Never forget that compromise is not a dirty word. Life depends on compromise.
From the very first day of my leadership 2 years ago, I have faced questions about my Christian faith. I've tried to answer with grace and patience. Sometimes my answers could have been wiser.
But you personally are clear that homosexual sex is a sin.
So I've just answered you saying that every single person is a sinner, and every single person has the offer of redemption as well. For what it's worth, this is absolutely not an interview for me to be the Archbishop of Canterbury. I have become the leader of the Liberal Democrats. I have not become the leader of any particular religious movement, whatever we might look like sometimes.
So you're either misleading people before or you are misleading people now. Which is it?
So the answer to that is that I was asked the question early on and I didn't want to get into a sort of series of questions unpicking the theology of the Bible.
Isn't it just that it's your Christian belief and you didn't want to admit it?
And no, that's not the case.
There has to be a way of trying to compromise, and I think compromise feels like a very, very difficult word at the moment. In fact, it's almost a banned word. People see compromise as a weak thing, when I think it could be quite a strong thing.
So either I let the party down, or I compromise my faith. And I thought, well, I'm not doing either of those things, so I did the only thing I thought I could do, which is step back, and I think it was the right thing to do.
Is gay sex sinful?
Do you know, we've done religion, we've done politics. Why am I surprised that you've brought in sex?
Because I feel sorry for Tim Farron.
I feel sorry for Tim Farron.
Who keeps being asked this question. He's the only one who does, so I'm asking you.
You know very well that that's a question that I can't give a straight answer to.
Why not?
Stephen, I'm absolutely delighted that you're willing to take this role.
We contend by considering and imitating good examples from former leaders so that we are not led astray by strange and novel teachings.
We are, of course, in the middle of a period in the Church's history when the issue of tolerating the intolerable has become a very big thing, and division has taken place over it, and division will continue as long as intolerable options are being put to us.
If each one of us is a god, and I do what I think is right, well, you think differently, well, there's a clash immediately, and you get chaos. You see, we must, both of us and all others, submit ourselves to God. We've got an authority outside ourselves, and we have a motive and a reason and a purpose. You see, when people deny this, you must get chaos, and you've got it. This is the tragedy.
I'm copping out because I'm struggling with the issue.
Never forget that compromise is not a dirty word. Life depends on compromise.
Christianity is, or should always be, countercultural. So if you're not being persecuted a bit, there's something wrong.
I love that verse, chapter in Matthew 6. Do not be like them, Jesus said. That are the hypocrites, that are the pagans, there were these all around us. Do not be like them. Just, 5 monosyllables. And then, of course, in the epistles, we have Romans 12. Do not be conformed to the world around you. Now, that is absolutely fundamental to all our thinking, that we are called to follow Jesus and his standards and to reject the way of the world around us.
Yes.
Let's have a vision. Let's have a vision for the whole world.
And then we find the hope and the goodness of God.
Yeah, and so we can't do it on our own, and we shouldn't even try. We need to do it together, and together, I hope will mean you and me.
Yes.
And I hope will mean us and the whole Anglican communion.
And I'm really excited by this, as well as I have been with Centimode. I think you are a gift to the church.
The sweet reasonableness of the Anglican Church. They don't like polarizations and opt instead for the via media, the middle of the road.